Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Syracuse's offense will have the ball first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game, Jesse? Make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. So LSU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers. And this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Anger. Dances away. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the rush will get to him at the 20.
Play calls for 3rd in California when they're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Anger. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Lambert. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first. And what they can do on 2nd down here.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. Somebody catch it, big fella.
The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. The give to the tailback. All by himself down the middle. He's at the and he Syracuse.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and he got the long touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
That will determine whether or not you get forced
How bold will they be
win
on
on that.
down after that last run?
Force. Force. Force.
Back to throw, it's Anger. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking downfield on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the 1st quarter, for goodness sakes.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Complete downfield. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
We will determine if you get
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's
out of here, bro.
Somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Here's the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Arkansas. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really need to find a way to generate.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Some kind of offense down 10-0. Dropping back, it's Anger. Now rolling to the left. Quarterback gets enough. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Orange will have to punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
To the air. It's Anger. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. LSU quick to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you can call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start on offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And they're able to get him down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
On third and long, try to convert through the air.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, come on, bro. These niggas rush 2.
At the 37-yard line. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really the only good thing I can say so far.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Anger. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quarterback making checks. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On fourth down, going to the air. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a three-spot on the board. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arkansas. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, keep it, put that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They're going to ride this running back.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Scanning the field, it's downs. Makes the grab. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And, man, this defense added again.
Get your stuff off the floor. You just came in there, bro? You've been there for a minute. Sorry, it's okay. I need some tape. And we just put another one. Now look, close your eyes. Cover yourself up. Talk to yourself. Cover yourself up. Hold on. Cover yourself up. Let's pray. Let's pray. What's the name? Spray. Don't worry about it. Close your eyes. Lay down. Alright, don't worry about nothing. Let me see, little kid. No, I'm not. No. Good. Ain't my fault. No, it's not. You know what else you can do? You can pause it. Yeah. It's on the bed. You know where your sister. You know where your sister bed at? By your dog. You feel where your dog at? You'll feel where the control at. Yeah. Stop playing. Up top, in the middle of the big. Reach your hand out. Right out. You better chill out. No, he did. No, girl, I'm pooping. Now look, I'm pooping, dog. My family. Oh, musty.
The biggest hits of the moment on Playing Now on Pop Space.
You good, bro? So do you about to finish?
Tap your screen to listen.
Yes, I'm done, dog. Come take your food in.
This so much today, affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
I don't like the way they got
That
Landon
pass
lead,
not close as
bro.
he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And it sits just inside that right upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Syracuse right back at it.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but
fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And it'll be down right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the ground. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Anger. Fires left. Makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Downs. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Here comes the 2-point try.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the 2-point try. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On On third down, he drops the throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page with the ball.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller. Certainly if you're...
Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers that'll lead the offense out there to try to move those chains. Snagged out of the air. And not much of a fourth down. Well, when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Orange.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Arkansas. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, if they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Back to pass. It's Anger. Quickly complete. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. He wants to change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Saunders. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. LSU getting set on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Saunders. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Still trying to take it back. Touchdown.
Thank you for making that for a play, man.
Defense putting points on the board. They extend. Sleed, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Anger. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, Dave. He wants to take the top off. Pulls in the deep ball. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to the air on second and short. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Syracuse lines up on third and short. Gives it on the option. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Syracuse right back at it. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Going for it all. Touchdown, Cuse. Grabbed in the end zone. Six on the board.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. He'll try it again. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Anger. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak.